Hey guys,
Hey
I'm
guys.
super
What's up?
excited about this
Ah.
podcast. It's gonna be a fun podcast. I love your shirt, Sue. That's cute.
Yeah, compliments of BJ. Stay at
Nice.
home.
All right,
Even though I don't
Sandra.
stay at home that much, but sometimes I'm home.
That's what he said. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
exactly. How are you
Awesome.
girls doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I just busy with work and I'm excited about this podcast because it's about our dogs, right? Our other babies, right? We talked
Our
about
fur
that.
Yeah.
babies.
Yes.
Yeah, like
So
it's not about Robert Redford, may he rest in peace, but it is about our puppies.
I know.
yeah,
That's
I know I really liked him as an actor, and he's not to mention he as a good looking gentleman, easy on the eyes too,
very,
Yes.
yeah,
Classy, easy on
classy
the
man.
eyes.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah. Nope, for sure. I remember we went
Well,
to his restaurant in Park City for Sundance.
oh wow.
Yeah.
He created that, right? That
Mhm.
Sundance was very inspirational to a lot of young actors. I think I saw some sort of write up from, uh, oh my gosh, the actress, I can't remember her name, but she was talking about when she was very young, how he coached her and how inspiring he was for her. Yeah, a lot of actresses and actors had some good experiences with
Yeah.
him. But hey,
Yeah.
I'd love to just get this going. So, because I'm super excited about this podcast.
Yes.
So
Yep.
let's kick it
I'm
Hey,
off.
excited.
agree.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Who's Sitting at Your Table, everybody. This episode is going to the dogs, literally. We're talking about how our pups aren't just pets. They're our families, they're teachers, and they're daily reminders to slow down, laugh, and love hard. You'll get to meet our fur babies, Pickles, the poodle, Desi, the senior pit bull, and Hank, the pug. He's the rescue pug, and we'll share how they shaped our mindsets and health. And yes, they'll make on camera appearances at the end. We cannot wait to show
Of
Yes.
you our
course.
babies.
That's right.
Okay, so next up, we're going to talk about our pups. So, what I'd like each of us to do is share a little bit about their background, like breed, age, how you got them. Let's start with that.
Okay, well, I guess we can start with Pickles first. Cheese,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about Pickles.
So, Pickles, interestingly enough, I never thought I would do this, but I did a DNA test to figure out he's definitely a poodle. Like he has the poodle like hair and that sort of thing. But and I've always had standard poodles. So he's a rescue, and I knew it was a poodle mix. But I did the DNA test and it was so fun. He actually is a 75% poodle, as expected, and then 25% Shih Tzu and Yorkshire Terrier. So he's a bougie dog. I call him my York Shih Poo.
That's fine. Can I just tell you? Remember that link I shared with you? That one lady that has a Shih Tzu. It's Shih Tzu. Remember that lady that I sent you the link from?
Yeah,
Not Shih Tzu.
I like the
It's Shih
shits part.
Tzu.
I like it. It's way more fun if it shits.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
God. Wow, it's like a
Awesome.
bougie mutt there, that
He's a
Pickles.
bougie. He's bougie like Shih Tzu, Yorkshire Terrier, and Poodle. Let's go,
Wow.
bitches.
He's
Anyway,
got all kinds of divas in him.
Sue, Hank. He's a
All
pure
right.
pugger.
Well, I haven't done a DNA, but I'm pretty sure he's a pure pug by looks, not by acting, because he's the fourth pug I've had, and he's so I don't even know if you can hear him snoring. He is going to town right now.
I can hear him
I
in the
love
background.
that. I love that.
So he's the fourth one I've had, and they found him on the streets, which years ago I read something one day about, because everything pug pops up in my life, and I read something that said pugs are the only breed that can't survive without humans. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense, because they were bred to be Chinese emperors, like little dogs that just sit there and whatever, keep them warm.
Sit on a throne.
So they have no skill. Yeah, no skill. They sit on a throne. They don't fish. They don't hunt. They don't dig. They don't do anything. Well, this dog was found on the streets, skinny, scrawny, scabby. And even though the rescue, we have an amazing rescue in Dallas, DFW Pug Rescue. I think we even go to a few other states like Oklahoma, Louisiana. And anyway, so even when I got him at like 5 weeks, he was still super skinny and scabby. But let me tell you, my nickname for him is he's my street thug pug, because he is so street smart. I laugh because he does not like three things he doesn't like: bird chirping when he's in the house, thunder, or like cop cars, like the sirens. And so I joked, I'm like, what are you on the run? Like, what the hell's going on here?
Oh
So
my God.
yeah,
I
so
love that.
he's
So
my,
Thug.
but he's
He's a
my bougie street
I
thug
love
pug.
that.
he
Yeah.
is so
So yeah,
cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love that you rescue all your pugs too. It's really
yeah.
awesome too.
Oh
You've
God,
done
yeah.
that,
And I actually
yeah,
they have
year over
they
year.
have a pug event on Sunday morning. And if it's cool enough, I'll bring him because it's been too hot. So we have these great pug meetups through DFW Pug Rescue. And I'm friends with a lot of the people there, and this buddy Tom. And so, yeah, I'm going to bring Hank if it's not too hot because he gets overheated. So, yeah. Yeah.
Aw.
So, what about you,
Wouldn't
Tone?
it be
Tell us about
romantic if you
your
met another single man that had a pug? You know,
crazy pug
I think I'm
people.
blacked out. Can you guys?
Nope, we can't
There
see
you go.
you.
Oh, there you go.
There you
Okay.
are.
Okay,
There you
I'm
Let's
are.
start
back.
with, let's start.
God.
I'm going to
Okay, we'll
say,
just yeah.
Tone. Okay, Tone, what about
Okay.
you and your fur baby? Tell us about your fur baby.
Well, Desi was found on the streets, actually. Chantel and I were doing night walks. It was a night that was raining, and we were walking Athena, and Desi was just a puppy, probably 7, 8 months old, just run up to us. And we tried to identify who she belonged to. Nobody claimed her. I went to go check if she had a chip, no chip. And so we brought her home, and I said to myself, I am going to find the owner, put all kinds of notices online and at coffee shops, at pet stores, everything to try to find who the owner were. And because she's a pit bull, I was very weary of the people coming to me. And there were some really shady ass people that were trying to claim her that were not.
Yeah, you
I
have to
could
be
tell
Yeah.
careful of
they weren't.
that.
And,
Definitely.
the whole dog with the dog fighting and all that kind of stuff,
Mhm.
I was very careful. Well, 4 months later, we ended up keeping her and she ended up becoming our family. She was a mischievous one. I had to get a metal, literally wrought iron crate for her because she chewed through a plastic crate. She chewed through a metal crate. And then so I got this literally cast iron. It was normally $500, but it was pink and it was on sale. I think I got it for like $299. Anyways, you could roll it like a circus cage, and I used to have it in the crate, and she did really well because she couldn't escape. On the days that I had to go off to work, I couldn't leave her alone because she chewed down my couch. She chewed down some kitchen chairs, and she was a terror in the beginning. She would sneak food off the counter. I remember making gingerbread cookies, and I saw there were some missing. She was a counter surfer. So she was definitely a little mischievous little shit. She tested me, and with bullies, they push and they nudge, and so, anyways, all in all, she was a loving dog and the most snuggling dog that thinks she's a Chihuahua. I
Yeah.
see Hank trying to poke up in the corner there.
Oh, no, I'll tell you about this I'll tell you about this in a minute. What's going on here? Hold on. You're gonna laugh, but go
You got to
ahead.
tell us what's going
He
on.
No,
needs a
no,
snack.
no, no.
He needs a snack.
I'll tell you when it comes down to me. Yeah.
But
So
no, but
he does
all in
this.
all,
I
Desi was a street dog. She was a
But
street dog too, like
she was
Hank.
so sweet.
street.
She was so sweet
I will
because you brought her to see the pugs and she didn't eat them. So I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
no. So one time we had our cup club meeting, and we were gonna have it at Sue's house, and I just had Desi. She was just bring her, and this is when who'd you have? Was your two pugs,
Maxwell and Jake.
Maxwell, Jake? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. They owned her. They put her in her place, and they owned her. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
The
I
two
have
little
That was
pugs.
funny.
I didn't even talk about Picky's background, and I feel like I wanna, like, at least step in and say this,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Amber, it was COVID, and I've always had standard poodles because my mom was allergic, and they discovered when I was like 17 years old that she could actually handle poodles, and they wanted like kind of a dog's dog, and so we'd always had standard poodles, and we still had Big Dude, Big Doodle the poodle, Big Doodle the poodle Doolittle, Big Dude, DOOD. When Amber, like, she reached out to me and she said like, hey, I need to get we were borrowing her clippers for COVID for Big Dude. And she's like, I need to get my clippers back. I just saved these two dogs that were listed for free on Craigslist. And so she brought them to my house. And I was like, wait a minute, just bring them to my house. Cause I don't know, maybe I can convince Jason, maybe we keep these dogs, right? We had Big Dude. And so she brings these two dogs. She brings Pickles and Princess Buttercup, who was his litter mate. And they literally had dreads. Their poodle hair had
Oh, matted.
never been cut all the way to the ground. Pickles and Buttercup, literally, it was a mess. And so we took the shears and like basically they became these little tiny things, right? Like, and Jason fell in love. I have the cutest picture of Jason in a bathtub with Pickles. And he was not necessarily, yeah, dogs. He had dogs growing up, but I was more the dog person, and it was a no-brainer. We ended up keeping them both. Princess Buttercup, oh my God, was
The name is
beautiful.
so funny.
Unfortunately, we lost her, but like she was like, what,
Oh
Pickles
no.
was a black dog. She had these just beautiful coloring, and she would like literally, she had an underbite. They both have an underbite. Hers was more profound, like underbite, and she would sit like a frog. Like she just like, oh, like had the underbite going, and like she was precious. They both are just, they were just precious. But unfortunately, we lost her. But they were both rescues, and I
Aw.
cannot say enough about. To me now, I've always had standard
Don't
poodles
shop,
where
adopt.
Yeah.
I literally, all I can say is rescue, rescue, rescue,
Oh,
and I'm
rescue
Yeah,
for sure.
addicted to any reel that has anything to do with some
the
animal
rescue.
that was found.
Yep.
Yeah, and
I mean, rescue like Tony, you rescued yours off the street. We rescued
Hmm.
our, there's all different ways
At a
to
rescue
rescue.
shelter. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Desi had a DNA and she has 87% pit bull, 12% all bully mixed breeds, and 0.5% Cocker Spaniel, 0.5% Shepherd.
Wow.
I love that
It's
you
so
did it
weird.
too. So
That's awesome.
cute.
So
No, that's
funny.
awesome.
So
Anyways,
so
But
eh,
she,
so
yeah.
along the lines of, we're still talking about this, like personality quirks. We've kind of discussed
hmm,
that cuteness of our doggies.
yeah.
I would love to know if you guys have any like heartfelt moments with your dogs that stand out. And a memory that like kind of depicts those
Well, I had a
bonds that you
recent
have.
memory. This just happened actually. Um, dogs actually miss people like we miss people. And every night since Josh has been gone, she goes in his room and looks for him, you
Oh
know, and so she
no.
misses him. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
She
that's
really
so
misses him. That's
precious.
a heartfelt, kind of thing that I'm seeing. You know, dogs miss people
Yeah.
too. And she's looking for her boy. Yeah.
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 No, no, for sure.
What about
Let's see. Okay. He's at it again. Oh my God. I'm going to have to take a picture for the podcast because this is
take a
part.
picture of what he's doing?
I love this, Sue.
It's ridiculous. But let's see. So let's see. Well, Hank is like a stage 5
See him?
clinger. Okay. He's a stage 5 clinger. I mean, like literally,
He's doing it right now.
there's a reason
He
why.
knows he's going to make a debut and he can't wait to get
Yeah.
on.
No, there's a
It's
reason why
time. It's
there's
time.
yeah, he thinks he's very smart, but there's a reason why he's doing what he's doing. But I would say so he's a stage 5 clinger. I mean, he'll be sleeping sound asleep in my bed, and I'm in the bathroom and I'm packing or getting ready, and I just run to the kitchen for a second. I get up from his jump down and follow
He's got to
me,
see
and
where you're
he's
going.
24/7. So if he's not by my side, then I'm like, uh-oh. Either he's up to no good, he got out the gate, or I locked him in a bathroom or something because I know he's always next to me. So yeah, he's very bonded. That's his heartfelt way to bond with me. So what
That's
about
awesome.
Pickles, hun?
Picky is funny. He has a couple of different things he knows. Go, go, go means he gets to go on a trip somewhere. Like it doesn't matter if it's, just dropping off at Aiden or we're going to Mexico. Like go, go, go. He is fired up, right? He seems to get pretty excited about anytime we get up in the morning. That's where his energy is. He just gets so excited because he knows it's time for breakfast, that sort of thing. But he really wants to be near us. And he shows that not only in his like happiness factor and excitement of like go, 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 or I say office if we're going to my office. He also shows it in the poop and pee that he leaves around the house if we're not around during the day. And by the way, he has a dog door and he uses it no problem when we're there. But when we're not there, it's like, bitches, fuck you. Like he is not happy
Leave you a little
when,
present.
yeah, he's just like, oh, I see where, no, go, go, go. I am going to let you know how I feel about this.
Yeah,
I'm
he'll
going to
punish
no
you.
go
He'll
go.
punish you.
I give you doo
He,
doo.
Yeah.
yes, he literally uses the dog door if we're here unequivocally.
Yeah.
He knows it. But if we leave him here, he's like resentment, pee, and poo. I am not okay with this.
Can you you
Yeah,
put
he's like,
what about putting him in a
yeah.
kennel? Because I would not
I can
trust.
do that. I can do that. Actually, it's funny because like it's more recent. And he was a COVID dog, right? So we rescued him during COVID and he was like he had that, there's always
Separation
people
anxiety.
around. And yeah, the separation anxiety has happened because it was just this year that my work has started to say you have to be in the office.
Okay,
Um yeah, so
tough. Okay. Well,
yeah.
how did Pickles get his name?
So it's funny because before I even had Pickles, I had him. I was talking to the kids about like I wanted to name our next dog Dink, which is a pickleball term. It's
Oh,
literally
well,
like
kind of explains.
it's a strategy for like playing pickleball, and they were like, that's a no. They were like, absolutely not. We're not naming our next dog Dink. And I was like, it's so cute. I love the idea. And so then when we got Pickles and Buttercup, they did succumb to my, pickleball reference. And it's funny because the game pickleball supposedly is named pickleball after the owner's dog who created the game, Pickles. So it's a nod. It's a nod to something that brings me joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cute.
That's great. That's awesome.
Oh, I love it.
Well, Sue, Hank he's got he's one of the funniest little pugs. He has funny puggy antics,
Puggy.
right? Puggy antics.
Yes.
What would you say, about how smart he is? Like, he is super smart.
Okay. Yes. And so what he was just doing, I'll tell you. So I have my desk in the hallway and he has his dog door 6 feet away. And so when he goes out to the bathroom, goes out there, I give him a treat. I keep him up here in the cabinet. And what he will do if I'm on a conference call, if I'm on a phone call, if I'm, not paying attention, he will go in and out 1,000 times and I just give him a treat. He'll put his body up like you saw his head and I took a picture and he waits for me to give him a treat. And there's times where I'll get up and I'll go look out there and he just walks out and then just walks right back in. Just does a little loop. I know he's not peeing 10 times in a morning. And so I just have to sometimes just pet him on the head, be like, oh, good doggy. And then he gets frustrated. Or I'll say, you want to come up? And he gets all frustrated because he knows I'm not paying attention. So he's going to see how many treats will mom give me because she's not paying attention, even though I know
So he'll go and do the
what he's
peeing and he
doing.
thinks he's going to get 10 treats.
Oh my God. So
Ah,
he just did that
Smart
twice.
dog.
Yeah. So the first time he peed, the second time, there's no way he went peed unless he goes and like just marks something. I'm like, that doesn't count. Like, no, that doesn't count.
Territory.
So yeah, no, he is a character. I mean, like I said, he's
that's cute.
so smart. He's too smart for his own good. I can't get anything past him like ever because he's always observant and looks at everything and has to know what I'm doing. And he'll sit there and when I talk to him, moves his head around like 24/7. I mean, it's nuts. So yeah, I took the picture so you could see what he does when he comes up and he will literally
I
sit there until I give him a flipping treat.
I
That's
love that
cute.
you took a picture on the podcast that we get to post for the podcast.
Yes. And he loves clothes. He's
Oh,
The only reason I know this is because I got him right before Halloween and I was putting on Maxwell's OG Men in Black costume, which was like 18 years old at the time. And it fit him and he loved it. And I'm like, okay, this is
it's
strange.
like a tuxedo, right?
Yeah. So since then, I have a basket full of clothes. So in the winter and the fall, like I'll go in and get an outfit for him. He gets so excited. He sits there. He lets me put it on his head, put it in his paws, his legs. And then he knows typically we're going to go for a ride and go for happy hour or go out. So tonight I thought, okay, well, let me put something on. So I have a cute little, you'll see, little surprise outfit he's got on tonight. Cause I was like, a lot of them are sweaters and fleeces. Well, it's too hot for that. So I
I
found a cute
love it.
little, found a
That's awesome.
but he's probably wondering, like, why aren't we going out in the car? But he knows. He's like, Mom's no way she's going out right now. It's way too late past her
Yeah,
bedtime.
yeah, yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
that's cute.
That's so
Oh,
cute. Okay, so Tony, you've mentioned Dizzy, your senior dog. How has she aged with you? And what has that taught you about loyalty, presence? Like she doesn't care about wrinkles.
No,
What
she's
have
not
you what
vain
have
at
you
all.
learned? What have you
Well,
learned?
first of all, every pit bull person that has a bully breed, especially pit bull, I guess generalized people think, oh, pit bull, they're mean or whatever. She has a side of her that can be territorial. She wants to protect the family, but also her aging, even though she's 12 plus now, she still gets these little spurts of pulling out all her toys and wanting to play and like gets the little zoomies still at 12. But and when she wants to play, she'll nudge me. I'll be sitting on the couch and she'll just hit my foot, or grab a ball and throw it at me until I engage with her. So she has taught me lessons of
That's like my ex-boyfriend.
well, she's taught me, she's just a beautiful dog. She's a good soul and she's a big heart, and she might be in a big body and sort of intimidating body, but she's got a gentle heart.
No,
Yeah.
I love
She's a
that.
good doggy.
She is.
Yeah.
I can't believe she's 12. Holy shit.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes. Well, we're gonna also reflect, what our dogs teach us. Dogs do not hold grudges, right? They are all about living in the
Pickles
present
does.
moment. What was that? Well,
Pickles
she's
does.
not grudges. She nudges, not grudges.
No. Pickles. Pickles holds
Pickle.
grudges when you
Oh,
don't
Pickles
take
holds
care
a grudge.
of
Oh,
them.
that's right.
Pickles. Yeah,
Hey,
Pickles is
they
like,
may,
"Oh, okay, you don't want to be around me? Well, I'm going to poop to that."
yeah.
I think that's not grudge. I think that's more of smart. Full of smart category.
Well, do you want to be a crate? I guess it's smart, but
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, because dogs, they do have a loyal, loving, unconditional
yeah.
kind of character, right? And
Oh
that's
gosh, yeah.
why people love dogs, having dogs, ownership of dogs, because they are very loyal. When you come home, they're the first one to greet you. When
Right.
you leave the house, they're the one that don't want you to go, right? Like
Right.
Pickles, and he gives
Right.
you a little present.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they're also resilience, right? But the sadness about a dog is they have a short lifespan, right?
Yeah.
And so, but the dogs are resilient. They're healthy for us. I remember one time I was going through a lot of stress, and it was when I was going through my leaving stage of my ex, and I was losing hair because I'm so stressed. And the doctors
Oh,
did a bunch of tests and said, you actually, there's nothing really going on, like thyroid issues or whatever. She was, and you're under a lot of stress. Have you ever thought about getting a dog? And that was a doctor suggesting getting a dog, right? So
wow.
dogs can be a healthy thing. And as you guys know, I'll talk about her later, but I got Athena. I rescued Athena, and she became my running partner,
Right.
right? So we ran a lot together, and that also ties into health, right? Yeah.
Right, for sure. Yeah, Cheese, what's
Yeah.
something that your dog, that Pickles does, that always brings you back to being in the present?
I'm not going to give Pickles all the credit. I will say that in general, every dog I've ever had, I think that there's just a reminder that they quickly get, like, if they're in trouble, they quickly forgive if you are mad at them or whatever. There's just a constant, like, joy. And even with the fact that they don't live as long as us, I think that they're just that reminder to live in the present, because they are so just forgiving, loving,
Loyal.
joyous, loyal. Like, yeah. So I can't say that there's anything in particular that Pickles does. He
Yeah.
is what I see all dogs, even the reels that I watch where these dogs are completely have been neglected, and it's like they have zero, they don't carry grudges. They're not bitter. They literally
They
are
don't live in
like,
the past. Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is what we're doing now, and this works for me. This
Present.
is a better, yeah. And so, like, I love that about animals in general, like dogs in general, like,
Yeah.
period. Like, not just Pickle doesn't get all the credit.
Right.
Pickles represents that
Right.
joy and that present minded unconditional love. And I don't know, I'm just so thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So Cheese, I'll go ahead and just kind of, tie on to what Cheese was talking about, unconditional, unconditional love. Desi is a very loyal and unconditional dog too. She's sitting down here, breathing really heavy, trying to talk to me about, hey, it's dinner time. But she is unconditional, and she shows her love every time. When I go away, and we have, Chantel's dad comes and he kind of babysits her. He says that she'll just sit at that hallway, stairway, just waiting for me to come back. Like, it's kind of her thing. She paces the house. She can't settle until she finally says, oh, she's not coming back. But then the next day she's out there waiting by the stairway again, right? That's that loyalty, that unconditional love that she I am her person, right? So
Right. And
it's
Sue Hankey, like how has his resilience inspired you? Like,
Yeah, I think I love his determination, his will, because he will not give up on anything. Whether it's the food, the snacks, the sleeping in my bed. Like the only time he won't follow me is that like 9:30 when I say it's time for bed, and I get up to go out my bedroom to put him in bed. That's the only time he won't follow me because he's like, nope, I want to sleep with mama. And it's like, we're not today. So I let him sleep with me once in a while, but no, he doesn't ever give up. He's very persistent and probably kind of like takes after his mom. And he likes to sigh like his mom too. So it's kind of funny. He's always talking, always talking. Hopefully you'll get to
he's
hear him talk.
boisterous.
Yeah, he's I've never had a talking pug before, but he talks nonstop. It's
I
hysterical.
love that. I
So
love that.
hopefully
So
he'll talk for you guys. Yeah, I hope he talks for you guys at the end. We'll see. We'll see what grumbles
yeah.
come out of him, and yeah. So he's funny. So let's see. I know this is a tough one, and I know we've gone through it. We've had friends that go through it. I think one of my dear friends just went through it 2 days ago. But let's talk about paw prints that stay forever. So the over the rainbow bridge, right? We
Mhm.
celebrate the dogs we have here with us today, but like Tony said, they don't last that long. They don't last forever. They don't last long enough. So we want to honor the ones who've left paw prints on our hearts. So we can talk about, the grief. We can share our other dogs we've had, the grief and the gratitude, and, from the ones we've lost, because I know it happens a lot. And I feel like it happens in threes when it does with my friends and family. It's like always threes, which is terrible. It's
Mhm.
awful.
Aw.
Yeah.
So I guess Cheese, who was the dog from your past that left the biggest impact on you?
I am going to say yes, like
Yeah.
all of
Oh,
them.
I
There's
was like,
not a,
yes, yeah,
yeah, they
yes, all above.
every single one, um, you know, s- Sassy was, oh God, I mean,
Sassy
there's just
girl.
how many,
sassafras,
how many,
racidasa.
how many is this? How many have you had in your
I
life?
mean, we lost Hamilton, Robbie. Gosh, there was one that died so quickly because he had a kidney disease. Willie, Sassy, Bezos,
Besos,
big
yep.
dude, and Buttercup. And like this is from the time I was 17, right? Like so it's over the course of my life. But yeah, oh, it was Lamont. It was the guy who died with the kidney disease, but ultimately they all have an impact because in the moment they're just so precious and then they're gone. And you learn from them like joy and everything we talked about. So they all have different personalities, so there's not one that left the biggest impact. I think that Sassy, aka Sassafrasa Rastadassa. I like literally would be driving to work and Sassy, we would bring her to work and Jason and I worked together and I'd be like, Sassa, a fresa, the rasa. That like I had songs and he would just eye roll me, Jason. And Sassy didn't really like everybody. She was not the most friendly poodle, but like ultimately when she passed, we had to put her down. And this was the last time I ever put her down in a vet. Like I think my voice ricocheted throughout that vet, Sassy. Like I screamed her name. It was so devastating to me
That's the
losing
hardest
her.
part.
And since then I learned. I had a friend from work who recommended like where they do it at home, and to
Mhm.
me that's like such a nice way to let them go because they're in where they're comfortable. So I've
Mhm.
never, it's worth it to me to pay that extra like money to have them,
Yeah.
like euthanize them at
Great.
home when it's time. But
Hmm.
ultimately, there's not a dog out there who I didn't think, like who I don't miss or had a big impact or whatever. But Sue, how did you cope with the loss? Like when it was time to say goodbye? I know you've had to do this a couple times as well.
Yeah, no, the first time was Jake, and we did it at home because this was in California, and we had an amazing vet, Brent, Dr. Martin. So, long story short, poor little Jakey, he was not doing well. He kind of took a dive quickly, and I remember one morning, I woke up and Drew's like, "We're gonna have to put him down." Okay, I'll call Dr. Martin, right? And so I called Dr. Martin, and I was okay. So I tell Drew, I go, "Hey, he's coming tomorrow night at 6." And Drew looked at me, he's like, tomorrow night at 6 isn't going to work. And I'm like, what? Because I was in denial. I didn't want to put him down. So he made me call Dr. Martin back, and I was at the gym, and I'm like, literally, I call him, and all I can do is sob. And good thing he knew my phone because he knew it was me. And so I'm like, okay, you're gonna have to come today. So he came that afternoon, and we did coping. So I had my neighbor, my friends come over, went to Michael's. We got like arts and crafts. So we did like paw prints and we did ink prints, and like here I am holding this like half dead dog, like doing the paw prints. But I remember holding him the long way, and he looked up at me and like gave me a little lick, like a little kiss, and he
Oh,
never, ever, 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 it was his way of saying it's okay. So we did that at home. Then fast forward years later, I feel like, because Maxwell, well, it was Lillian, I had Lillian Maxwell. I still had Maxwell, the OG. That was Jake's son. And so here I'm in Texas. I'm in this home, and Lily went. So it was kind of time for her. I made an appointment to have her checked out. And when I brought her, they were like, yeah, we're going to have to put her down. And so that was hard. But we had an amazing vet, did that. And then literally a year later, Maxwell went downhill when he went to his sitter's house. And because oftentimes they'll stay for you, but they'll go on someone else's watch. And so I think he was starting to go on Michael's watch. And then I got him back, and he was just not the same dog. And he was spinning in circles. He didn't even know, couldn't even go out the dog door. And I'm like, my mom was here. So my mom, of course, was like, you have to bring him in. And so it's awful, but the fortunate thing is,
it's very hard.
yeah, and they come back to me, they're around, they're present. I even have tattoos that represent all three of them and my doggies. And then I have, the friends and the family who send you the cards and the gifts and the stuff just to get through it, because the people who go through it do understand, like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. You know what I mean?
The
So,
hardest part
Yeah.
of being a dog owner is
yeah.
letting them go,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to do the humane thing by letting them go. But I
Yeah.
honestly believe when it's my turn to cross over, all my dogs will be waiting for me in
Of
heaven.
course.
I love
Yeah,
that.
Of course they will. And
yeah.
they're all running around tormenting each other
They're
too. So,
waiting for me. They're just waiting.
but Tony,
It's
yes.
yeah.
So, what lessons do you think dogs still teach you today?
The dogs that have passed, like I just mentioned, I believe that there's another place where we go. And I think it's a beautiful place. And I envision our dogs chasing butterflies through a field of daisies, and playing with all the animals are playing with each other, sort of like a Disneyland. Bambi's playing with the rabbit, that kind of thing. And I also believe when it's my turn to cross over that they're in a good place. And so all the lessons my dogs have given me, Athena, who ran with me, and if I was sad or not feeling well, she would put her head on my lap. She knew when something wasn't right. She comforted me. Desi comes in and she thinks she's a chihuahua and just cuddles with me. She's rough and she's like, 75 pounds and
She
boom, right,
doesn't
right.
realize
It's my
she
chest.
doesn't
She
realize how
doesn't
big she
realize,
is.
Right.
Yeah.
right? But it's her love. That's her love. She's,
Yeah.
I'm worried now because she's at that age and I know I'm gonna have to, eventually that's gonna happen with her, right? But I know she'll be with Athena and she'll be
Right.
with my dog Kudo and all the
She'll
other
be with the
dogs.
pugs.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's the hardest part of all is letting them go for sure.
Well,
For sure.
Yeah.
so our dogs may not live as long as we do, but the love they leave behind lasts forever.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Petting a dog actually reduces cortisol levels. They have dogs that go in to to hospitals,
Right.
right? For patients that are maybe dying, like cancer patients or whatnot. They bring these dogs in that help relieve the stress. And so it's super healthy
Yeah. No,
for sure.
we have friends who have in a school for autistic kids, and they had the
Oh wow.
sweetest golden retriever, Hope. Oh my God, she was amazing, and she was so
Oh,
good with the kiddos. I
what a
like to see
proper
her in
name.
action
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheese, what's one way that pickles helps improve your health, whether it's mental, physical? Pickles
Well,
do
right
anything?
now, like a year ago, had a heartbreak, right? Broke up with someone I really think is a good person and I care about, but we just wanted different things out of a relationship. And, I love cuddling and I love, just having a buddy. And not to say that Pickles replaces, an actual human. He definitely was like a reprieve from that loss in some ways. Like he
Yeah.
gave me like a companion to like, I can talk to him. He'll watch TV with me. Like he's so
Yeah.
excited to be
Doesn't
around me.
complain about what channel you're watching.
Yeah, and honestly, like the cuddles are amazing. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to say like a dog replaces the human
Right.
companionship, but definitely is a great outlet for like that heartbreak. He just literally in some ways saved me, like where I was lost. So,
They say who rescued who, right?
That's
yeah.
right. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, yeah, right. So that's
Aw.
awesome. So, Sue, first of all, Mrs. Ritual Queen, how does owning a dog keep you accountable to your daily routine?
Oh my God. Well, I'll tell you, Hank is very spoiled because we have it's like the most routine dog I have, especially in the morning, I should say, because I have my whole routine. I get up, throw my hot water on my tea. I go grab his food bowl, I fill it up, and then I let him out, and he has to mess with his little pillow and goes outside. And of course, he needs to eat right away, so I have to have that ready. So he keeps me up early. I don't know what it is about him, but he's like the only dog I feel so guilty leaving him in the kennel for even more than like 4 hours. I used to leave the plugs in there for 8 to 10 hours and not even care. And like, I cannot leave him in the kennel. So what I do is I have the best sitter on the planet, dear friend of mine and his wife, friends, and he will come pick him up. And so those times, like I was at a wine festival the other weekend and I just knew I'd be leaving the house at 10:30, maybe not getting home till 5, and so I was like, hey, do you want to come pick him up for the day? And sure. So he'll just come pick him up for the day or pick him up for the night if I know I have a nighttime event and I'm not going to be home till late. And so I'm so blessed to have that because that little booger, I just cannot leave him. I just have the guilt of him sitting in that kennel for more than a few hours. Like he doesn't realize
Yeah.
how good he has it compared to the other pugs. I mean, seriously, no
He's super
clue.
spoiled.
Oh my God. So spoiled. But yeah, he keeps me, we have our little rituals and our routines day and night. Oh, the nighttime one is funny because if I have friends over in the evening, and it gets to be like 7:30, 7:45, oh, he is not settled because you know what he wants? He wants to go curl in bed and watch Bravo and hang out with mama. And so if when my friends and company are over, he is not happy. Like you could just tell
Aw.
he's like, what happened to our routine? Like, what are we doing in the living room still hanging out? Like, I don't want to hang out in the living room with your friends, like, so it's pretty funny. I see him
He's off
change
his
because
ritual.
we have,
He's ritual like
oh
mama.
yeah. Oh yeah. He's always like,
That's
okay, when are we
awesome.
going, in the bedroom to hang out? And so, yeah, so it's pretty
It's
funny.
so funny that you say that because like with Pickles along the lines of daily routines, he goes with the flow. Like if I'm like getting up at 6 a.m., he's like, yeah, I'm excited. If I get up at 10 a.m. on the weekends, he's like, yeah, I'm excited. He doesn't poke me, prod me. He's just like, what do you want to do? Like, what's next?
Oh, you're so
That's
lucky.
cute.
Where does Pickle sleep?
He sleeps on my bed with
Okay.
me.
You
Yeah,
are
yeah.
so lucky because let me tell you, if when Hank does sleep with me, I'd say on average about 6:30, he comes up and he starts, we call it mush facing. He mushes my face so hard with his
The
face,
nudging. Yeah, the nudging.
so
That's what
hard.
bullies
Like,
do.
oh my God, he will mush face me until I get up and take him to go out and go eat. 6:30.
Yeah,
So
I literally feel like Pickles just wants like I will do whatever you say, boss. Like
you're
I
so
don't
lucky.
he never bugs at all. Ever,
That's
ever,
cute.
ever, ever. But anyway, Tony, do you notice any change or difference in your stress levels when your dog's around? Like,
Yes, of course. I always
does
have
he?
this saying, always have a dog, right? I will always have a dog. And although the process that we just talked about, having to let them go is a tough thing, I will always have a dog because I love humans, but dogs are so nice, much nicer than humans in most cases, right? They're loyal, they're kind, they're forgiving, they accept you for who you are. And like you said, Pickles just goes with the flow. right? But your dog, your pug, Hank, wants to be everywhere you go. That's another way of loyalty. Even though, he's like, let's go. It's because he wants to do this with you. Desi,
Yeah.
on the other hand, she is like my sidekick. We have a routine, after I'm done with work, closing up the office. She's like, okay, time for dinner, time for outside, time for snuggling on the couch. And so
Yeah.
all those things are healthy. And Desi does sleep on my bed too. She sleeps at the bottom of the bed. I put a blanket down there. She, gets up on there and she sleeps on the bed. But so every now and then she'll wake up and she'll get in a little feisty mood and she'll come in and boom, my chin, my neck, and it's like, what a chihuahua. Good for my soul.
Awesome.
All right. So, listeners, guess what? It's your turn. We want to hear from you guys. We want pictures of your fur babies because we know you love them as much as we love ours. And we want you to, if it's Facebook, you can post underneath our caption, tag us with hashtag. We'll put it on all of our social, but hashtag, I can't even pronounce it.
Positive mindset.
Positive.
What's that?
It's a long one. It's a tongue twister, but I will we'll make sure we tag it because we want to see your beautiful fur babies. So please share with us and hashtag and tag us your pictures. And we might even be able to share those in upcoming episodes. So yes, we'd love to see your fur babies.
Yeah, and along those lines, I have one of my very favorite Facebook posts. It was an idea that I got from someone else, but it was literally refer to your pet as a roommate and tell us something your roommate does. So, like, for example, I said, my roommate howls to Shakira's Hips Don't Lie. Or I'm going to read a couple of these out to you because it was so funny. And Tony, you're one of them. My roommate humps his sister. My other roommate. My roommate eats and poops socks. Tony, this was
so you're referring your dog. You're referring your dog
Yes,
to like
As
a
roommate.
roommate. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So in other words, refer to your pet as a roommate. And Tony, yours was my roommates lick me and bring me multiple balls, stacking them on my couch while I try to watch TV. No rest for the weary. One of my roommates pukes up their breakfast. Then my other roommate comes along and eats it. I guess he can't pass up on a warm meal.
Oh, gross.
Oh my God, that's so funny. My roommate has a smelly ass, which makes his breath stink too because he licks his own ass. One of my roommates swivels her head like in The Exorcist. You know what I'll probably do is in our podcast, I'll put the link in for this because there's so many hilarious things
Okay.
That's
referring
funny.
to our roommate.
Is
Anyway,
it's a what is it, like a video? What is it
no, it's
that
just,
you're referring to?
just literally
website?
a post that I did. Refer to your pet as a roommate.
You did it.
Tell
Okay,
us
got
something
it.
your roommate does.
That's
And then
funny.
it's just all the responses
Everybody's just
of
commenting.
what your
Yeah.
roommate does, but you refer to your roommate like as if they're your
So
roommate.
I commented that once back in the past. It was an
Yeah,
old
you
post.
That's why yours
Got
is
it.
there.
That's funny.
back in the day.
That's
And
funny.
like I caught my roommate scooting his naked butt across the couch pillows.
Oh my
Like
God.
the kinds of things your dog does, but like refer as your roommate because they're
That's
Oh
oh
my
my
God.
God. That's
anyway, I thought that was so super fun.
Well, I think Sue's got
So
some really exciting things as a next step thing that we're gonna do.
we're gonna
we're gonna meet the dogs on camera.
Yeah.
that's right.
That's the
Let's
big
see if I can
reveal.
get
The
Hank out of
big
bed.
reveal. Let's go grab them. All right. Desi.
This is, by the way, also known as security. Pickles.
All right, good thing I was able to drag his dog bed because he's not coming out.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Oh, he's all tired. Look at his little Bucky.
That's so funny because I have security. Like every time he barks, it's like, okay, security. Thank you, security.
Oh my God, he is like so tired and sleepy. Look at
Yeah, he's probably like, what is going on?
no, he was sound asleep in his little bed. Right, Hank? Here. Right, get in the microphone. That's right. Do your
What a
little.
good
Let's
boy.
get.
What a good boy.
Aw.
Oh, look at Des. Des a little too big to
Desi.
like, it's so much easier for us to.
I
Pickles
know.
is the easiest. He's like maybe 16, 17 pounds.
Hank's like 20, 21. Tony, did you see? Look, he's got his
Oh,
He's got his
cute.
his Buckies.
Oh,
But he's tired.
Oh my God, how cute is he? Look at them.
You talking in there?
So cute. Look at the doggos. These are our
Wow.
babies.
Oh, look at Pickles. Pinky, look. Can you look at the camera?
Look at Pickles got a little hoodie on.
He's got
Security.
Desi's got her pearls and her little flower.
Tony, you're gonna love this. Security.
Oh my God, security.
So every time he barks, it's like so hilarious. He'll go running out, and everybody's like, "Oh, security."
Oh.
Can you hear Hank?
Oh my God. Put it against her. Hey.
It's like past his bedtime. He's so tired.
Yeah, yours
Baby.
too. Well, dogs remind us that joy is a simple thing. A wagging tail, a cozy little cuddle, a walk on the sunshine, right? They're
They-
beautiful reminders.
They teach us to love unconditionally, live in the present, yes, and never take a moment for granted. Oh my God, I'm gonna get emotional even thinking about it.
Whether you're a dog parent now or just a dog lover, like my mom, she goes to the dog park and feeds the dogs. Remember, the paw prints they leave on our hearts are forever. Right?
He's grunting. I love it.
I told you he's a talker, even when he's tired.
Desi, give me a high five. Good girl. Yeah. So, well, thanks for tuning in to the Pawsome episode. And at who's sitting at your table. If your dog made you smile today, don't forget to hit the like and share this episode with your fellow dog lovers.
Yeah, like follow, subscribe. So you never miss a seat at the table. Leave us a comment or review and tag us with a pic of your pup using Pawsitive Mindset with that.
Until next time, give your pup an extra little belly rub from us. Your seat's waiting, Queen. Bye.
Like, share, follow, guys. And these are our babies. Mwah. Bye, guys.